Hey there, welcome to Living Local. I'm Lindsay Kovach, and this channel is meant to be a resource for all things about living in Greenville, South Carolina. Today's video, I'll be outlining why Greenville has become one of the best communities for both families and retirees. So we've talked in other videos about why Greenville, South Carolina is great for a variety of populations, from young professionals to retirees. It really is a city with a broad appeal. Today we're going to talk about why I truly believe Greenville is the best place for retirees and families. We're going to start with some important factors that make Greenville so wonderful, such as cost of living, weather, access to healthcare, and the variety of activities to do. And then I'm also going to give you a glimpse into a day in the life for a retiree or a young family here. I'll also be sharing a few recent client stories along the way to give you a glimpse into the types of home buyers moving to Greenville and their reasons for doing so. If you're curious about what area of Greenville might be a good fit for your preferred lifestyle, you can take my quiz linked in the description below. If you have questions about any of the areas in the quiz or mentioned in this video, please reach out. I'm happy to be a resource to you about all things in the upstate as you research and relocate to the area. So why is Greenville such an amazing place to live for retirees and families? One of the emerging trends for both of these populations is retirees relocating to live closer to their adult children, who are often raising a family of their own. This trend of grandparents moving to be closer to their kids and grandchildren has caused growth in many cities, specifically when they can appeal to both communities. Greenville is one of those cities. This video is going to outline why Greenville appeals to both populations, and then we will talk a little more about what a day in the life for a retiree and family in Greenville might look like. First, let's talk about the basics that you likely want to know when considering a move to Greenville, such as size, location, cost of living, weather, access to healthcare, and things to do. Greenville is located in the area known as the Upstate of South Carolina, which is the northwest part of the state. Our city is nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains and offers proximity to more mountainous areas as well as coastal areas like Charleston. Greenville is positioned along the I-85 corridor, making it an attractive spot for business travel, with easy access to larger cities like Charlotte and Atlanta. In terms of population size, Greenville is a rapidly growing city with a metro population of around 550,000. Inside the city limits, there is a population of 75,000. For the housing market, home prices have increased in the past 10 years as Greenville has continued to grow and gain more attention in the press and news. Higher demand means higher prices, but in comparison to other cities, Greenville still offers an incredible cost of living and value for your money. You can find beautiful homes at a fraction of the price you'd pay in places like Denver, Austin, or Nashville. The median home price is roughly $350,000, and that's 10% less expensive than the national average. Depending on what you're looking for, you can find smaller starter homes at lower prices or larger homes at much higher price points. This range of home prices is what makes Greenville attractive for young families and retirees. Location plays a major factor in price, and Greenville offers a variety of areas that have great access to downtown while still allowing for affordability. We'll dive a bit more into my recommended areas for families and retirees later in the video. One of the best things about Greenville is its climate and weather, because we have 4 distinct and mild seasons. The average daily high temperature is 71, with the low being 50. The summers are hot, yes, but there are plenty of lakes, rivers, and pools nearby to help you cool off. Winters in Greenville are super mild, and we have a beautiful spring and fall here. With our mild winters, you rarely have to worry about shoveling snow or freezing temperatures for months on end. As we're recording this video, we're in the spring season, which is probably my favorite season here in Greenville, because as the name implies, things start to get really green and beautiful. Plus, there are so many things to do and enjoy outside this season. The mild seasons make Greenville attractive for those who love to enjoy the outdoors, whether it's running, cycling, hiking, swimming, or outdoor music. You can spend time outside pretty much year-round in Greenville. I'm an avid runner and have young children who play sports, and we spend pretty much every afternoon and evening outside. Many of the clients I've worked with are relocating to escape the harsher winters in states like Colorado, Ohio, New York, and Oregon. If you want to find out more about why Greenville is such an attractive community for those who enjoy the outdoors, you can check out our video about the best outdoor activities in Greenville linked above. Proximity to top healthcare is another important thing for retirees and families to consider. Whether you're planning to start a family, have growing children, or navigating a sports injury like me, Shout out to Dr. Scott at Stedman Hawkins for getting me back to marathon training. Greenville County has some of the best healthcare facilities in the state, if not the Southeast. 2 major hospitals, Prisma Health and Bon Secours St. Francis Health System, offer high-level medical care with services such as level 1 trauma centers and cancer centers. In terms of lifestyle and activities, there is no shortage of incredible things to do in Greenville for young families, preteens, or empty nesters and retirees. From parks, lakes, community festivals, musical performances, and shows, Greenville has it all. If you're like me and are someone who likes to spend time outdoors, you have tons of options. One of my favorite things to do is run, walk, or bike the Swamp Rabbit Trail, a 28-mile paved path that runs along the Reedy River. It's perfect for walking, running, and biking, and offers a variety of parks, restaurants, and breweries along the way. Greenville also has great access to state parks and lakes, which are great for hikes, camping, or water activities in the hotter months. The city of Greenville also hosts a variety of free events downtown throughout the year. Some key examples include Artisphere, which is a world-class art show featuring tons of artists, musicians, and food vendors, as well as Fall for Greenville, which is a weekend festival that hosts hundreds of bands throughout the weekend. Both of these festivals shut down Main Street and are free to the public. You can also enjoy a variety of smaller music performances throughout the year or catch a Broadway show at the Peace Center. One of my favorite things to do, and something you have to do if you're visiting Greenville for the first time, is to check out Falls Park in downtown Greenville. There are not a lot of cities that can claim a natural waterfall located right in their city center. This beautiful park with a large pedestrian bridge running through the center is a favorite amongst visitors and locals. After you've explored the park, take a walk down Main Street and pop into a variety of boutiques and shops, or grab a bite to eat at one of the many restaurants downtown. Greenville is definitely a foodie lover's paradise. And finally, if you're a sports lover, while Greenville doesn't have its own Major League Professionals team, you can catch a game at one of our local teams like the Greenville Drive baseball team or Greenville Triumph soccer team. Some of my favorite weekends with my family have included watching a game and enjoying a hot dog and some ice cream. It's no secret that the cost of living, climate, city size, and access to healthcare all make Greenville a desirable location for those looking to retire, especially for those in the Northeast and Midwest looking to escape harsh winters, or those from larger metropolitan areas who are looking for a more favorable cost of living for their retirement years. One trend we're seeing more of is retirees relocating to their retirement location a few years before they stop working. I recently had a client who relocated from Colorado who intended to retire in the next 5 years, but wanted to go ahead and make the move to get settled before retirement. They lived in Colorado and are active runners and cyclists and got tired of spending the winters inside and just didn't want to wait anymore. We worked together to find a property with 2 primary suites on the main level because they were moving across country with their elderly mother. We were able to find them the perfect property, a short bike ride from Paris Mountain State Park, so they could ride bikes on the mountain trails. Their home also has a pool, so they're enjoying plenty of time outside now. If this sounds like it could be similar to your situation, or you are looking to retire in Greenville, what would a regular weekday look like for you? A typical weekday in Greenville probably starts with coffee outside. You likely picked a property with a great covered porch or back deck in order to enjoy more time outside. Next up is a nice walk on the Swamp Rabbit Trail, either downtown through Cleveland Park or maybe on the north side of town with a loop around the lake at Furman. Many retirees that I work with are active in community groups and nonprofits, so your trail walk might be followed by delivering meals through Meals on Wheels, meeting with the local community garden club to get your azaleas looking like they belong on the Augusta National Course, or maybe you're exploring a new hobby or learning a new language through the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Furman University. OLLI for short is an amazing resource for retirees to learn and meet other community members with similar interests and hobbies, and for all who have a lifelong learning focus. Next up, you'll decide to grab a quick lunch outside at the Swamp Rabbit Grocery and Cafe, which has the best locally sourced ingredients. My favorite is their veggie quiche with a seasonal smoothie. Swamp Rabbit Grocery also has freshly made pão de queijo, a Brazilian cheese bread that even my Brazilian sister-in-law agrees is just as good as her family makes at home. You can't leave the Swamp Rabbit Grocery without grabbing a loaf of stecca to go. So now that you've properly fueled up at lunch, it's time to hit the grocery. Either a larger trip to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's off Woodruff Road, or stay close to downtown and hit up Harris Teeter, where you can grab a beverage while you shop. One thing's for sure, you're going to run into someone you know at the grocery store, for better or for worse. Next, you might head home to get ready for an evening or dinner and drinks outside on your own porch, or head downtown for a nicer dinner at Hall's Chop House and a Broadway show at the Peace Center. Now, to me, that sounds like a nice staycation, but that's just the day in the life of a retiree in Greenville. When I work with retirees who are looking to relocate to Greenville, many of them prefer areas like Travelers Rest that give them great access to the Swamp Rabbit Trail and Furman's Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Other retirees opt for planned communities like Hollingsworth or Hartness that allow them a single-family home in a neighborhood that also has walking trails, shops, restaurants, and commercial spaces all within the community. So now that we reviewed a day in the life of the retiree, let's chat about what a weekend might look like for a young family who call Greenville home. If you're a family with children in active sports, Saturdays might start with a Little League game at the local ballpark, a soccer game at the Mesa Complex, or the local high school. After the games are over, we'll often head downtown if there's an event going on. Artisphere, Imagine Steam Fest, and the Greek Festival have all been recent free festivals in downtown Greenville in the past month. While we're downtown, we'll typically have lunch or dinner out. We still have younger kids, so we always head to a space with some outdoor room for them to run around. Southern Side, New Realm, and Yeehaw Brewing all have food, local beers, and great outdoor spaces with large lawns and outdoor games and outdoor TVs. If it's spring or summer, we'll usually catch a Greenville Drive or Triumph game in the evening, sometimes enjoying a fireworks show before heading home. A recent family that I worked with relocated to Greenville from Chicago because they wanted better weather and lifestyle. They wanted to live in a neighborhood where their kids could roam, ride bikes, and spend more time outside because of more sunlight hours and more favorable temperatures. Essentially, they were looking for a better quality of life. Their jobs allowed them to work remotely, so they could pick anywhere to move, and after just one visit, they decided Greenville was home. They selected a neighborhood with a community pool and close to sports activities and golf courses for their active family of 5. They're now working on getting their family and parents to make the move too. When I work with families relocating to Greenville, we typically look based on their family interests and hobbies, preferred schools, and proximity to work or airports if they travel. Many families prefer communities with amenities like a pool or a home with a lot where they can build their own pool. Popular areas for families include Gower Estates and Parkins Mill, Augusta Road, Five Forks, and Travelers Rest. If you're interested in a review of some of Greenville's top-rated schools, you can check out the schools video linked below. Since this video is about both young families and retirees, I wanted to share a story about a family I'm currently working with. They're a great example of a multi-generational family that has chosen Greenville. First, I work with a young couple in their late 20s who moved to Greenville from New York City in early 2020. They were looking for a city that had a smaller, more community-focused vibe with great things to do, excellent restaurants, and a cultural scene. He works in road construction, making Greenville a top contender in their search, given its thriving manufacturing and construction industry. They settled on Greenville and have plans to stay and raise a family here. Given their decision to call Greenville their forever home, her parents decided to make the move to Greenville from Richmond, Virginia to be closer. In Virginia, they lived on a 150-acre farm and both enjoyed spending a lot of time outdoors and staying busy. As they began visiting Greenville more and more, they were attracted to its charming downtown, how friendly and welcoming everyone was, and its never-ending list of things to do on the weekends. It's been really fun working with these two couples and helping them both find a home in Greenville. And this is great proof of how this city is an excellent choice for everyone from young families to retirees. If you're considering a move and you're a family with children or planning a retirement move, I'm happy to coordinate a consultation remotely, and I coordinate virtual showings for those who want to review properties but haven't relocated yet. My contact information is linked below. Please reach out. Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next time with more tips on how to live local and live better in Greenville, South Carolina.